So, as you may be aware, voter registration is ongoing, but the Patriotic Front and the Tose Alliance have been using Edgar Shagalungu's image as a way of encouraging people to go and vote. So they say 13th October to 11th November 2025 voter registration. So honoring presidential President Edgar Chagalungu posthumously. So simply saying go and register and then vote for whichever candidate that the Total Alliance is likely to float, because that's the candidate that Edgar Chagalungu would have floated. And then Chifatai says, when I say Chitumbi political party at you are abusing your asylum status. This man here is dead. Nothing like honoring him. Move on, Chitumbi family. So simply talking about the patriotic fans, hey, you cannot use Edgar Chagalungu as your leverage in politics. The man is gone, let him go or let him rest. That's Chief Etayari's opinion there. On the other hand, Makebi Zulu calls for inclusive constitutional reform, rejects Amendment Bill number 7. So that's a family spokesperson for the Edgar Chakalongo family. But as you may be aware, recently he has made it clear he has intentions of running for the presidential elections in the 2026 race. And he's been giving opinions. He's been created a number of platforms for him to issue those statements, aside from being family spokesperson. So, Patriotic Front presidential aspirant Makebi Zulu has called for immediate withdrawal of Amendment Bill number 7, describing it as unconstitutional, divisive, and lacking national consensus. In a statement released on Sunday, senior counsel Makebi Zulu stated that the stance was not about scoring political points, but about defending Zambia's core democratic values, transparency, accountability, and the rightful voice of the people. Today, I speak not to score political points, but to defend the values that bind us together: democracy, transparency, and the right voice for the people. Makebi Zulu. We stand opposed to Amendment Bill number 7, not out of mere opposition to change, but out of principled commitment to inclusive, lawful, and accountable reform. Makebi Zulu, a renowned constitutional lawyer, has emphasized that the Constitution remains the supreme charter of the Republic, protecting freedoms, regulating power, and ensuring that every citizen has a stake in the nation's future. He warned against Amendment Bill number 7 proposals far-reaching changes that could alter how power is exercised and how citizens influence national policy. The question we must ask ourselves is whether these changes will strengthen our democracy or concentrate power in the hands of a few, bypassing broad consensus and undermining the very self-food on which we depend, or it depends. So that's Makebi Zulu's opinion with regard to bill number 7. Says no, that thing should be thrown out pretty much. And then obviously people weighing in on President Aka Indechema's wife, First Lady Mtinda, when she was on the cover belt. So saying some people are calling it those are stunts, and others have nothing bad to say about it. Obviously, it's political season. Everything that happens at this point is going to have a political opinion there. Obviously, Makebi Zulu met up with Given Winda in South Africa earlier on. Just a way of interaction, and as time goes by, waiting for the right verdict. In fact, what happened in this meeting, according to the report, so this morning, Makebi Zulu, one of the Patriotic Front aspiring presidential candidates, paid courtesy call on Patriotic Front acting president Gideon Luwinda in South Africa, and the two discussed many issues relating to the Patriotic Front and Zambian politics. Makebi Zulu took the opportunity to officially announce his presidential party candidacy to Given Luwinda and thanked him for keeping Edgar Chagalungu's legacy by providing party leadership under very difficult difficult conditions. So the Saka lawyer further encouraged acting Patriotic Front president to continue holding the party together, as well as ensure that the national convention was convened peacefully and conducted in a manner that honors late Dr. Edgar Chagolungu. The acting Patriotic Front president was happy to meet Makebi Zulu and in his new capacity as a party presidential candidate, and encouraged him to continue his professional law abiding and nature and mature in his quest for party leadership. Meanwhile, Given Lwindam was accompanied by members of the Central Committee, Dr. Frank Gambi, Edgar Shagalungu's former political advisor, that's Zuma Nzimba, and then the Tonse Alliance National Coordinator, Dr. Chris Manizimba, and then Makebi Zulu was accompanied by his former Mines Minister and Patriotic Front member of the Central Committee, Richard Musukwa. So that's what happened in South Africa during that meeting of Patriotic Front members. So the PF holds illegal campaigns and calls for unity, discipline among leaders aspiring to take up the leadership of the party. Advises that they should be respect and adherence to the constitution and guidance. So the PF has said, hey, hold up. No campaigns are supposed to be happening for those that are aspiring to be presidential candidates within the Patriotic Front. But then again, those people cannot be sidelined. They've got presidential ambitions, and now we're literally a couple of months from the general elections. So any candidate that is likely to take over the Patriotic Front, in as much as they'll get an endorsement from the other candidates, they still need time to hit the ground, to especially the rural areas. So for you to hold to say indefinitely until Edgar Shagalungu's burial happens, that's likely not to take place anytime soon. So you cannot let people just sit by and as they see what they feel is the opportune time for them to do the campaign is right. So PF should make a decision as soon as possible with regard to that, because it's just a matter of time that you see more people. Just recently, a party that had endorsed this NCP, and they run within the Tonse Alliance, and they even one a member of parliament has decided to leave the Tonse Alliance. So that's likely to be the case with a number of things, as long as they keep on holding on to something that is not being addressed. The elephant in the room is that the Patonse Alliance and the PF need a president or a chairperson or whatever they want to call him, a person to lead it or candidate. And that can only be done after PF has selected its own president. So people have to campaign. Anyway, Haka Inde Chilima doesn't listen. The only language that you understand is defeat. That's Shishua. So that's a sure ways in that President Hakainde Hichilema has no listening ear, and the only thing that he will understand is him losing the 2026 general elections. Hichilema doesn't stand a chance in 2026 polls. That's Antonio Mwanza. He simply says, as in the mass newspaper. Um, we are overwhelmed by constitutional amendment submissions. That's our government. So they say people are participating in that process. Then Tanzania protests disrupt regional trade flow. In the news diggers, cabinet proposes no bail for sexual offences and drug theft. That's those drug theft should be in the Ministry of Health. Then let's respect Patriotic Front guidance Monday. So one of the candidates that's aspiring to be PF president has said, okay, fine, he will abide by that direction that has been given by Emmanuel Mwamba and the PF Central Committee. And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen.